How's it going, my car dudes? Liam here from the Car Dudes channel, and today I'm proud to present y'all a review of this 2018 Bentley Continental Flying Spur V8S. So as always, I'm going to give you guys a full and in-depth review of the Continental. I will show you guys the interior and the exterior of the car. So as always, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Starting off with the trunk. This is a power trunk. Absolutely cavernous amount of space back here. Can definitely fit at least one big suitcase. Car battery. Secondary battery. Now, normally this is where I'd show the back seat, but I will show you guys that later on in the video because there's quite a lot to show. So we'll go straight to the front. Here's the key fob for the Continental. There's a switchblade key, very similar to Bugattis and Volkswagen. Our lock, trunk, and unlock. It does have smart key access. Right now the car is unlocked. To lock it, press the black button on any of the 4 door handles. The car will lock, and to unlock it, just grab the back of the door handle and the car will unlock. This one does also have soft closing doors, so in case you don't close it all the way, they will finish it for you. Has a full two-toned beige and blue leather interior. Very nice color combo in my opinion. Along with that smart key access system, this one does have push button start. You can actually start it 2 ways, either by sticking the key into the ignition on the right here and twisting it, or by pushing the button. But we all know that I'm an old school lad, so I prefer to just stick the key in and start. So to start, just put your foot on the brake and stick the key in and twist it to start. Power tilt and telescopic steering wheel. Has a 3-spoke leather and wood wrap steering wheel, electrically assisted. Of course, we love to give Bentleys a lot of crap for having a shifter from a 1999 Volkswagen Passat. And we have our power parking brake right here. Right now it is engaged. To disengage it, put your foot on the brake and push down. And to engage it, just pull up. Alright, so let's go ahead and turn on the automatic headlamps, the fog lights, as well as the high beams, hazards, and technically being a British car, it's not fully a British car, but technically it is a British car. The hood release is on this side. This Continental has a 4-liter twin-turbo V8 producing 521 brake horsepower and 502 foot-pounds of torque. It has a 0 to 100 time of 4.6 seconds and a top speed of 304 kilometers per hour. Picture this, you're a mafia boss and you need a new getaway car, but you can't be seen in a run-of-the-mill Audi A8 or BMW 7 Series or even a Mercedes S-Class. No, you're not a peasant. Well, then this is the one step above, the Bentley Continental Flying Spur. Now, if you're a mafia boss with any form of a brain, you would pick this car over a Rolls Royce. Now, before all the Rolls Royce fanatics come charging at me with pickaxes, hear me out. Look at this thing. Sitting in traffic, what do you think would look more discreet? In black, this looks understated like any other European Luxo barge. To the untrained eye or to any non-petrol head sitting in traffic, they think it was just an ordinary car. But don't for a second think the Continental is any ordinary car. The Flying Spur is the four-door version of Bentley's well-known coupe, the Continental GT. While the coupe hit the market in 2003, the Flying Spur didn't come out until 2005. Together, the Continental GT and the Flying Spur boosted Bentley's annual production from around 1,000 units in 2003 to 9,200 units in 2006. One thing to keep in mind when driving the Flying Spur is the size. This thing is enormous. If you walk from one end to the other, you'd be in another time zone. But if you are the stereotypical Bentley buyer, you'll spend most of your time in the back seat. And in that case, being 12 feet long isn't necessarily a bad thing. The looks of the Flying Spur are simple to me. In black from a distance, this looks really boring. Which if you are a mafia boss, you will like because you'd want to blend in, obviously. But if you want to stand out so that people could hear you shout, "Hey, I won up the S-Class buyers," yeah, you might want to look elsewhere. Coming to the interior, power windows, locks and mirrors, our fuel cap release and our trunk release, full power driver's seat with 3-person memory, So coming to the interior, we have our AC controls right here, dual zone automatic climate control for the driver and passenger, different zones, fan speed, one-touch AC, rear AC, and our recirculation. One-touch automatic. It's pretty simple. Coming to the stereo, this has the Name audio system, which sounds absolutely awesome. Take a listen for yourself. So coming to the infotainment system, this is sort of the older style Bentley infotainment system. So we have our shortcut buttons right here: car, info, nav, map, telephone, media, radio, and tone. There isn't any like home button that I can see, which is kind of annoying, but that's alright, it's not such a big deal. So if you go to car, you can see your tire pressures and stuff like that. So your speed, maximum normal comfort, tire info, tire type, media, so you have your different sources: CD, SD card, HDD, MDI, and Bluetooth audio. Telephone, so you have to connect through the instrument panel right here by inserting a SIM card. Map, this one is in the UK, I believe, so it does not work here. Yeah, United Kingdom. And then info. But it's not too difficult. It is a bit laggy here and there. It's not the quickest system, but it gets the job done. There's nothing wrong with it. Band, station list, presets, extras you can tune also right here. I really like that. That's a pretty cool feature. So if we want to get to like 99.2, you can do so. Coming down here, we are 3-stage heated and cooled seats for both the driver and passenger. Our air suspension. This is to adjust the rear sunshade back there. So that's cool. And our heated and cooled seats for the passenger, our start-stop button. This fits perfectly into the cup holders, so you have easy access to it. "12-volt power outlet in there. You also have a little bit of storage under here. Our power mirror controls are over here. They are heated mirrors. To fold them in, just put it down into the down position, and they'll fold in. And to fold them back out, just put them back to the center. Now in terms of interior quality, of course it is a Bentley, so you'd expect everything to be exquisite, and yes it is. I love the stitching. It's actually really cool how on the blue part of the leather the stitching is white or cream, and on the white part of the leather it's actually blue stitching. That's a really nice little detail. I absolutely love that. I love the blue leather up on the dash. It's really nice. It really goes well with the woodworks. I love the metal trim. You know, everything feels really solid, really high quality. Bentley's done a really good job with this interior. It's very nice. I mean, this interior dates back to 2002. And it still, you know, feels really nice and, you know, high quality. I wouldn't say it's super modern, but that's not really a bad thing, because I mean, Bentleys are sort of old school. Well, to me at least, I find them old school, so I'm okay with it. These seats are absolutely sumptuous. They're so comfortable. They are just so soft. There's so much cushion. If you want a road trip car that you can just do miles and miles for days on end, look no further. This is literally one of the best cars you could do it in. I love these. Such a nice touch. It's so high quality. Everything just feels really high quality, just well made. In terms of technology, on the other hand, I don't think this is super up to date, or this is, well, even for 2018, by 2018 standards, this car is not, it's not as modern as you would expect it to be. Firstly, the backup camera, that is crispy, some crispy stuff, some crispy lasagna. It's not the best quality, as you can see. I'm pretty sure my Ford Ranger Raptor has a better quality camera than that, but it's not too bad. I mean, it still gets the job done. You can still see where you're going. It's just, it could be better. Now the the little color display in the center here, it's still super pixely. It's not as sharp as you would expect something like, I guess, Audi's virtual cockpit over there, or like in a Jaguar. So it's a bit tricky to use. So you press menu and you can scroll using the this little scroll wheel over here. So you date, time, units, driver assistance, all that stuff, lights and all that stuff, and then your volume controls are right here. And if you want to click on something, you hard press the little wheel and it'll take you to there. There's no like back button. You have to scroll down to a designated back button in the display. It's not too bad. I do like the gauges. The gauges are very classy. They're very Bentley-like. I love the tachometer measures in tens and not just like single units. That's so cool. Coming up here, we have a full power sunroof, as well as a really nice headliner. It's covered in leather. There's leather everywhere. It's not as spacious as you would think, actually, because I'm 6'3". I know I'm wearing a hat, but I only have that much headroom, so it's not the most spacious car, and shoulder room is okay. But my seat's all the way back, and I have plenty of leg space, so I'm pretty comfortable. I also do like these paddle shifters. These really old school or unusual like paddle shifters, because they're not on the steering wheel, but they're sort of on the column, and they're like in this unusual shape, like an L shape. So that's really cool. And then our wiper stalk over here, and our high beam stalk right here. You have our power steering wheel controls right here, our trip computer, PDC, and our traction control right there. Right before we finish, let's take a look at the back seat, because that's really where the owners of this car are going to spend most of their time. So of course all the quality and everything just carries over here. This beautiful metal, this gorgeous leather, this really nice wood trim. I love these metal switches. That's so classy. Two-person memory seats for the back seats. So now there's plenty of leg space. This seat is put all the way back in my driving position. Like I said, I'm 6'3". I got plenty of knee room. I can put my feet underneath the seat, which is good. Headroom is a bit better back here. I have this much headroom, and shoulder room is good too. Now this one is a 4-seater model, so we do have like these really cool little tray tables in the back, which I feel like are lined in like vinyl or leatherette, really nice. The backs are wood and they feel like real walnut, not that cheap crappy stuff that you get in like those Mitsubishi Monteros from the early 2000s. Coming down here we have this gigantic center console. Opening this up we have a power outlet along with a bit of storage, 2 cup holders, some more storage here. We have a little tablet right here to control the rear AC controls, your front control, vehicle data, seats, rear blind, settings. And you can actually take it out. So you can control the rear AC controls, the fan speed, and the rear seats. And of course we have the same vent controls right here, which are really nice. I love these like toggles. Up here you have your lights. This button sets the lights to come on when you open the door. And this is just to turn them on. So overall it's a pretty nice place to be back here. Alrighty, that's about it for this one. Shutter off. Well guys, thank you all so much for watching my review on this 2018 Bentley Continental Flying Spur. As always, let me know what you guys think of the review and leave some suggestions of cars I should review in the comment section below. Once again, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Drive safely till then.